Hello, Tea Tuesday. Hope you're having a great day. I'm going to make myself some tea. So I have Dollar Tree tea and my little teapot. I know you guys have seen this before. I just stick the water and the tea bag in there, put the lid on and turn on my little warmer, and then I let it sit till afternoon because I like a strong tea. And I'm also making scrap candles. And I just put one of those scented cubes in there. This is an old Dollar Tree candle that I'm reusing. And I have a dedicated candle or cup warmer that I use for that because it got dropped and broken. And it does sometimes get wax on it. So I'm just making candles. And then I have my wood wick candles that I got on Amazon. And I just stick that in there, put it in the middle, take it off the warmer, and now this will harden up. And I put another scrap in on there, and then I just pour it on there. So I never waste any of the wax in the candles. So that's my activity for this morning. I'm just using these up, and I save these little jars. They're great for little scraps of onions and tomatoes, or you can can jelly in them, whatever, because these are mason jars. So sometimes when I make a candle, I got this little cloche candle at Aldi's a while back, and it's, you can put cheese and stuff in it once you clean it up. But I also make the woodwick candles with these larger votive holders, and it fits right in there. And then when I want to snuff the candle out, I just put the lid on and Bob's your uncle. But for now, I'm going to use the mason jar to make myself a new candle because this is the wood wick piece that I had left over from a longer piece. These particular wood wick pieces come in about that length, and I don't waste any of them. So what's left in here, it's burned out. I will make a new candle with that eventually too. So I've had these chairs in my kitchen for a while, and I actually bought material a long time ago that's been in the closet, and I covered the chairs with them. And I have two of them, and this one, yes, it broke. So we tried to fix it once already. So my son said he could cut me a new piece of wood, and I'll have to recover that. But I was trying to think of something. I don't want four chairs in here because it takes up too much room, and visually it's not pleasing to have all those chairs. So I had this bench that I've had. It's been knocking around in different rooms. I didn't really know what to do with it. So I thought that'd be perfect for in the kitchen. So I want to recover this with the same fabric. And then down in the basement, another thing that's been knocking around in my house, I have this bench, and it seats two people. So, and it tucks away nicely under the table. So I want to recover that in the same fabric because I have a lot of this fabric. So I want to recover that too. And like I said, two people can sit here. So I'm trying to reuse the things that I have without getting rid of everything and buying new. So, look around your house and see what you can find to reuse and repurpose. And even if you like to thrift store buy, use what you have first and don't get rid of everything. So anyway, that is my cleaned up kitchen table, and I'm just very happy that I've moved my computer. I mean, it's a laptop and I can bring it in here, and this is where I always used to sit, so I can bring it in here and I can still make my videos and do what I need to do and then put it back in the living room. So, but I'm still working on that pile. in there, but my kitchen's pretty well unpiled now. All right, so here is my last candle bit. I'm going to pour that in, and sometimes they get some residue in there, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect as long as it burns. So there is my new candle. I'll probably wait and do a couple more, fill it up to here. And then I always save these little clips, and I take the little piece of wood wick out before it gets cold. So that's how I make my little candles. So I'm done for the day. I have to go to Home Depot and get a piece of wood for my new chair, or my old chair that needs a new cushion. So here is my little clip that I can reuse over and over, and I just take a very thin knife and push out the little piece of wood that's left while it, like I said, while it's still warm. And you can have almost an endless supply of DIY candles this way. So happy Tea Tuesday, and I'll be back next Tuesday. I'll be back before then, I'm sure. I'm still working on that before and after piles video. It's getting there, but it's going to be a project. So, but anyway, cheers to you, and happy Tea Tuesday. So I moved my laptop in here because I want to be on my computer here in my recliner. But the problem is this recliner is a swivel recliner. So underneath here it has this round thing. So I tried to use what I have, which is this TV tray and a stool that adjusts up and down. And that's been working okay, but it doesn't really work right. So I did order a little desk-like thing that I want to put over here on Amazon, and it hasn't arrived yet, but I want to use this basket. It has a couple shelves. I want to use this basket. And these are magazines that I want to get rid of. And then I also moved my printer in here with my little gnome that my daughter got me a couple years ago. I just love him. And then this is what I use as my stereo, but it's really a karaoke machine. And the cool thing is you can play a karaoke disc, a CD, and you can also create your own music. Like if you want to sing, you can do that with this too. It has a couple microphones. So I want to make this like my little entertainment area, and then I have all my CDs in here. And over here, I just have some books, but I really don't like to see all that. So I have some film that I'm going to put over this. So, and then I moved my one camera in here, and this camera is okay. I bought it, I think, last year. The problem with it is sometimes I have a hard time having it connect to my computer. So I don't use it very often. And the audio on there, it's fine once I get it loaded onto the computer, but the audio on it is you can hardly hear it. So it makes it difficult. So it's not my favorite. So I usually use my computer and my cell phone to do videos. So that's what I have going on in my living room project here and with my piles. So I have to wait for my little desk before this pile can go. But that's the only thing I have left to do besides just do some cleaning in my living room. So I find that whenever you're rearranging and making adjustments to things, there's always a learning
curve, an adjustment period, whatever you want to call it, when you start moving things around because you're used to doing things a certain way. I think most of us are creatures of habit. As I get older, I'm becoming a little bit more a creature of habit than I was when I was younger. I hated routine when I was younger, but now it's kind of comforting. So now that I'm here in my living room, and I'll still continue to do some vlogs in the kitchen, but now that I'm here in my living room, um, I'm trying to adjust to the lighting because the lighting in my kitchen is much better. So one thing leads to another, and I imagine I'll have to get some sort of a ring light or something. I have a little tiny one that goes on my cell phone, actually. Um, I'm trying to use it on my computer here, but it's not enough. So, yeah, I mean, it's all about adjustment. So, my fall decorations are going to be coming down the beginning of December, and then I'm going to bring up my little Christmas tree that I've been using the last few years, and it's so easy. I just keep it fully decorated. It's very small, and I just put a large black trash bag over it, and I can carry it into the basement myself. I used to keep it up in my garage attic, and I found that too cumbersome. So that's something that I'm adjusting as I get older. So it's important that you kind of roll with, what you're able to do and what you're comfortable with. And the most important part of that is what can you do that makes you happy because a lot of people will fall into a depression, once they can't do something anymore. And instead of replacing it with something that brings them joy, like the older thing that they used to do, they just become depressed and that's not good. So as we get older, and whether you're, older, 20 going into your 30s or 30s going into your 40s, or as senior citizens, of course you can do less, most of us anyway. Some are fortunate enough that they don't have a lot of health issues and they don't have a lot of joint problems, but a lot of people do. So it's really important that you replace something that you used to do and enjoy with something new. Go out and be adventuresome and do things that you didn't do before because you had children at home or you had other responsibilities, an older parent that you had to take care of. So, but I personally, I think that's important to just adjust to whatever your ability is and to find something to replace the old with the new. So that's all I have for you today. I'm going to play around with my lighting and all those things because I do want to have my downstairs nice and spiffy for the holidays. We had Thanksgiving here and it was really, really nice. Um, we had so much food. I mean, it was just a ton and ton of food. But, and then my other son who had to work on Thanksgiving, he and his wife and their daughter came over um, on Sunday, which was yesterday, and they're meat eaters. I'm not, and I didn't want to buy any meat. So I had gotten my grandson quite a while ago. He likes those pre-made meatballs. So I had a bag of that in the freezer. And as you know, I'm trying to clean out my freezers, not totally deplete them, but they're just so crammed full, I can't get anything else in there. So I'm trying to make that neater too, um, so I can put frozen leftovers in there. But I had those. I had a bunch of different sauces. I had barbecue sauce. I had sweet and sour sauce. I had a little bit of ketchup left in a bottle. Um, whatever I had. I just put all those meatballs into a slow cooker. I put all the sauces in there and let it slow cook on high for a couple of hours. And then I had, from Thanksgiving, I had a few leftovers. I had like 3/4 of a bar of cream cheese, and I had some nacho cheese that didn't all get eaten. There was still quite a bit left because we had so much food. And then I had some bits and pieces of shredded cheese in the refrigerator drawer, and I wanted it all gone. So what I did was I took the nacho cheese, melted the cream cheese in there, put all the schnibbles of cheese, whatever I had in there, made a sauce, added a little bit of almond milk to it, and then I cooked some elbow macaroni, made the sauce, and then I had a little tiny bit of just regular potato chips, but you could use whatever you had. And I put it all in one of those aluminum disposable things that I had actually used for Thanksgiving, and it wasn't real dirty, so I cleaned it up. So I made a whole big casserole of mac and cheese using this nacho cheese, and I sprinkled the potato chips on top, and everybody loved it. And I used up the rest of the stuffing, and I had a little bit of green bean casserole. So everything was used up, nothing got thrown away, and everybody enjoyed a second meal, and it was so relaxing just not to have to do the crazy, I have to make 20 dishes and I have, 5 hours to do it. So this is the new normal for me. That will be what makes me happy, and I will replace all the things I used to cook with simple things that everybody loves. And then my son took all the rest of those leftovers home for his lunches for this coming up week. So it was a win for him, it was a win for me, and I really, really enjoyed it. So anyway, that's all I have for you today. I know this video was a little longer, but I had a lot to say, so I wanted to share that with you. I love sharing my life with you guys, and if you leave me some comments below, I will get to know you, and we can build a nice community here. All right, my friends, I want to wish you an abundant blessing. I love you guys. Be good to yourself, be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.